China is a very old Muslim home. The propagation of Islam in China was voiced shortly after the Prophet Muhammad died in 632 AD. The figure who brought Islam to China was Sa'ad bin Abi Waqash, on the orders of the Prophet's friend, Caliph Usman bin Affan. According to Iqbal Shafi in A Brief History of Muslims in China, Institute of Strategic Studies Islamabad, 1983, the arrival of the delegation made the Chinese population come into contact with the message of Islam for the first time. Physical evidence of the spread of Islam in China also exists, namely two ancient mosques in Canton, Kwang and Chee. Both are the oldest mosques in China, said to be the first to be built outside the Arab region. According to data from the Council of Foreign Relations 2020, Islam ranks 7th in the list of religions practiced by the population. Muslims are only a minority, around 22 million or 1.8% of China's total population. They are divided into 10 ethnic groups. The largest is the Hui, which is practiced by the majority Han population and is located in Ningxia, western China. In addition, another ethnic group that often represents Muslims is the Uyghur group. Quoting VOA, the Uyghurs have 11 million people living in China's autonomous region of Xinjiang. There are two main routes for the spread of Islam in China, namely by land, or commonly referred to as the Silk Road, and by sea through shipping, aka the Pepper Route. In addition to the envoy of Caliph Uthman, the entry of Islam into China was also brought by merchants from Arabia and Persia. The first Chinese people to embrace Islam were the Hui Chee ethnicity. Since then, the number of Muslims in China has increased. Even during the Song dynasty, a number of Muslim traders controlled the export and import industry in China. At that time, the government always gave the position of Director General of Shipping to Muslims. Today, Muslims in China are still a minority. However, the government's policy of separating religious and state affairs allows Muslims to worship freely. Despite being a communist country, until 2012, China was recorded to have no less than 45,000 mosques. This number is expected to continue to grow, especially in cities with many Muslims, such as in Xinjiang and Ningxia, Guilin, and Zhengzhou. In 2015, a survey was conducted by the National Survey Research Center, NSRC, of the School of Philosophy, Renmin University of China. From the interviews of 4,882 people, it was found that 22.4% of Chinese young people embraced Islam, ranked first, followed by Catholicism and Buddhism. Another research titled The Muslim Minority Nationalities of China Towards Separatism or Assimilation, conducted by a team from Texas A&M University, said that in the period 1990-2008, Muslim adherents in China experienced an increase. From the current figure, the number is predicted to jump to 31 million in 2030. On the other hand, the Uyghurs are reportedly often subjected to mistreatment by the Chinese authorities. A number of media reports and sources reported it, although China denied it. In a Guardian report titled, "We're a People Destroyed: Why Uyghur Muslims Across China Are Living in Fear," it is known that Uyghur Muslims often experience repressive measures in the form of terrorist accusations, torture, bans on worship, and detention. Some sources say it is for political reasons. Since the 20th century, Beijing has considered them extremists and separatists who rebel and want to break free. Meanwhile, the Uyghurs consider them not part of China because they have cultural differences. This attitude is different from that experienced by Hui Muslims. They initially did not experience oppression because they were obedient and able to assimilate into the local culture. However, Beijing's harsh political stance against terrorism groups has affected the Hui Muslims. In the South China Morning Post and Al Arabiya reports in 2018, repression also occurred to the Hui, such as restrictions on religious learning, imams, bans on the azan for reasons of reducing noise pollution, and Islamic symbols.